So today we are working on, so this is the 45-minute class working on glute activation, working on hips, abs, knees. Yeah. So getting the bolster. So this is the starting point of getting the hips to open. We'll continue with the hips in just a few minutes. So when your bum sits into the bolster, bring your right foot in first. Okay. Then bring your left foot in. Okay. So your heels are in front of each other, ideally. And then let gravity take over to let the knees get as close towards the floor as you can. So already you can feel your hip flexor just here, because it's above your hip. You can actually feel a pop. It's just there. Okay. Let that rest as the glutes relaxed. Backs of the hands let them rest onto the knees. Let the eyes gently close. Feel the hips earth down through the bolster, allowing that softness to emerge through the glutes to the hips, removing the effort. Feel the warmth of the hands as they rest on your thighs and the air that crosses through your palms. Fingers are relaxed. Arms are heavy. Feel the hips sink, and in contrast, feel the crown of the head lift, allowing a lightness in the upper part of the body. When this happens, you'll notice the rhythm of your breath change. As if the channels are not obscured. Your alignment is at its optimum. Feel a new breath flow inwards. Feel the breath flow outwards. Lengthening each inhale. Lengthening each exhale. Allow each inhale to bring a calm, healing energy. Feel this energy moving through your body. Feel it earthing down and lifting up, and allowing the ribcage to move outwards and in. With every exhale, let it release and unglue tension or tightness. Anything that feels sticky, allow it to detach. Taking another new inhale and a slow and steady exhale. When you're ready, slowly opening your eyes to the room, let the eyes adjust to the light. Let your body start to swagger. Let it start to move. Feel the lower part of the body doesn't move much. The upper part moves more to allow the swaying start to increase. Your head is heavy. And when you sway, notice where the muscles are kind of like, oh, that's a bit interesting. I'm not saying the word pain because that's the wrong word. It's just kind of like, oh, that I've noticed that's a little bit tight, or that feels nice. You know, you're checking in. And now let your body fade into stillness. We're going to open up into our rib cage, okay? Bring your right elbow to your right thigh, palm faces upwards. Okay, your left shoulder is naturally going to come forward. Turn your left shoulder up towards the ceiling. Nothing into your right hand, elbow resting onto your thigh. Lift your left arm up and over. Now, your left hip is going to lift. Push it down. Feel your body pull away from your right elbow and bring your arm back towards the wall or door behind. Look up towards the ceiling. If you're happy just to stay here, stay here. If you bring the arm closer to your cheek, do that. Brilliant. Not like you're trying to snip your armpit, but you know what I mean. Take a deep inhale, lifting, slowly coming all the way up. Left elbow to your thigh. Left palm faces up. Same thing, reach the arm up Reach the arm over. Feel the arm reach back towards the door behind. Allow your body to lift away from your left arm. Feel the breath move through you. Right hip sinks. Body lifts. Exhale, slowly coming all the way up. Placing your feet onto the floor. Sit your bum back onto the floor and move the bolster out. So we'll do the natural hip opener here. Right shin forward, left knee back. That's it. Elbows in, tuck the chin in, allow the right knee to drop, feel your left hip pull back. And then as you breathe out, come forwards. Just go where you can. Now, what's going to happen here? When your left hip pulls back, drop your jaw. Just wriggle it. Your fingertips are going to push into the floor. Let the hands hover off the floor. Keep the jaw relaxed. You'll notice your right hip really working strongly. Inhale, slowly come up. Let it rest. Walk your hands behind. Keep the hands as close together and use your elbows to pull back. Your heart lifts. Left hip moves forward. Notice the pressure into the fingers. Keep the fingertips lightly touching the floor. Breathe out, release, slowly walk your hands forward. Swing your left foot around. Now, keep it into your hand and bend your elbow. Pull the foot in. If you're happy here, you can stay here. Bring your left hand around. Bring your right foot to your elbow. And lift your right elbow. If you can. If it's not an option, just hold here. Yeah, brilliant. That's it. I haven't done this in a while. And then slowly drop the foot down. Keep the foot close to you because you want that right elbow to move back. Wriggle your right knee over and cradle and bring your left foot on your right knee. Now, if that doesn't feel nice, simply bring it underneath. Okay, so this is called firelock pose. Now, making sure that your shins are level, push your heels away, let your hands rest onto your thighs and pull the thighs out. Elbows drop, elbows in. Shoulders drop, elbows in. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, lean your body forwards. Now, notice what's going on with your left hip, your left glute. Relax your jaw. Let your body lean as far forward towards your feet as you can. Push the heels away so it intensifies into that left hip. Inhale, slowly coming up. Lean back. Lift your left knee. Place the foot on the floor. Lift your right. Changing sides. Left knee forward. Right knee back. Brilliant. Now, your right hip rolls back, left hip drops down, fingers lightly touching, relax your jaw, and lean forwards. So the fingertips are lightly touching the floor. If you feel as though they're pushing, let your hands hover. Keep the jaw relaxed, wriggle the jaw. So then let your body come lower towards your left foot. So you can really feel the muscles intensifying and being strong. Brilliant. Inhale, slowly coming up. Let everything rest. Your hands are close together. Elbows pull in behind you. Right hip pushes forward. Heart lifts. So notice how the fingertips are lightly touching the floor. Heart open, reaches towards the ceiling. Excuse me. Exhale, releasing slowly. Walk your hands forward. Swing your right foot around. Catch it into your left hand. Bring it into your elbow. Bring it into your elbow and pull the foot towards you. Shoulders down, elbow lifts. Brilliant. Keep the heart lifting. Keep the elbow lifting. And then slowly, slowly bring the foot down. Keep it in your arms. Wriggle your left foot over to the left and lay your right leg on your left. And again, if this is not an option, if it's painful on the knees, just bring the foot underneath. Excuse me. Now, when you're here, regardless of where you are. The heels push away. I'm wriggling my hips back. So you should see a triangle. Hands onto your thighs. You're pulling your thighs out. And this allows the knees to drop. Elbows pull in and lean your body forwards. Let the jaw rest. As the knees drop towards the floor, feel that release into your right hip. It's much stronger than we have done before. Allow the crown of the head to draw towards the screen. Feel your hips sink. Inhale, lifting, coming all the way up. Bring the hands back, lean back. Lift your right knee, lift your left knee, and then swing the legs around. Come onto all fours. Spreading out your fingers, curl your toes under, okay? And lift into downward dog. Pedal the knees here, because this is where we're working with our hamstrings, and we'll work on those in a few minutes. But because the hips are open, because we've kind of released any of the stagnation that's there, we want to allow this to feed into the feet, feed into the hands, to the shoulders. Lovely. Inhale, lift the head, look towards your hands. Bend your knees. Walk your feet towards your hands. Now, bring your hands to the back of the knees. Elbows into your thighs, let the head hang. If you can, slide your hands to your ankles. Keep the elbows to the backs of the knees. Knees are bent actually, they're not actually completely straight. And bring your nose as close towards your shin. Feel your hips lift, head sinks. Let the arms hang towards the floor. Squeeze your glutes, lift your body, coming up into standing. So now we're going to do the sun salutation. So we'll work with our hamstrings, keeping that energy through the hips. Now, feet are hip distance apart or toes together, heels slightly apart. Feel as though the knees want to pull away from each other. Okay, so now make sure your quads, these babies, are not working. Your hamstrings are. Okay, now that'll help with the knees. If the knees get a little bit sticky, it's because the quads are overworking. So we want to make the front of the thighs relax. Palms forward, yeah. Inhale, reach your arms forwards and up. When you reach your arms up, feel the belly draw inwards, hands together. Exhale, folding forwards. Bring your hands to your knees, calves, ankles. If you can get them to the floor now, even better. If not, just keep them where they are. Inhale, lift the heart, look up halfway. Bend your knees, place the hands on the floor, come to your plank. Now, we'll continue what we've normally done. We'll drop the knees, lift the heels, tuck your bum under, look forwards. Now lean forwards. When you lean forward, your core kicks in, arms kick in, and slide your body through your arms. Lengthen your legs. Feet, hips, hands, press them into the floor and lift your body into your cobra. Keep your hips on the floor. Feel your heart is sliding through your arms. Exhale, come down, let your body rest. Let your glutes rest. Curl your toes under, lifting into downward dog. So spreading out your fingers, feel the base of the fingers push into the floor. Turn your armpits to your ears. So now you can feel your arms are long, your neck is long. Look at your feet. So turn your feet slightly out and turn your knees out. So now your hips lift even higher. Keeping that energy through your hips, balancing through your feet and through your hands. Inhale. Exhale for 4. Inhale. Exhale for 5. Look toward your hands. Walk, step, or jump your feet toward your hands. Yeah. Keep the hands where they are or transfer them to your legs. Inhale, look forwards. Exhale, fold. Squeeze your glutes. Inhale, reach your arms forwards and up. Lovely. Exhale into standing. We'll do one more and we'll do one of the second set. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, folding forward, see where your hands land. Inhale, lift the heart, look up halfway. Bend your knees, get the hands on the floor, walk, step, jump into your plank. We'll hold into our beginner plank. Drop the knees, lift the heels, tuck your bum under, lean your body forwards so that the elbows kick in. The elbows have to stay close to your rib cage. Feel the belly pull in, lower down. Lengthen the legs, tops of the feet onto the floor, pelvis into the floor, hands into the floor. And then in contrast, your upper body lifts. Hips stay on the floor. Feel your body slide through your arms to stretch into your abdominals. This time, don't come down. Just curl your toes under, lifting into downward dog. So again, spreading out the fingers, the base of the fingers push into the floor, armpits to your ears, heels slightly out, knees push away. There you have your balance. That's it. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the head, look up. Walk your feet towards your hands. And again, transfer the hands where you feel it's most comfortable. Inhale, lift the heart, look up halfway. Exhale, fold, bring your nose as close to your shin so your hips lift. Yeah. Squeeze your glutes. Inhale, reach your arms forwards and up. Exhale into standing. So we're going to do the glute activation to get into our chair. So we'll just do it along the base of the spine and just do here. Okay, we'll just do 2 movements. Thumbs to the back of the ears and just rub. Just move in. So you're doing a kind of like a U into the center. Keep the jaw soft. Notice where there's tenderness. Just stay in that tenderness and just move it around. And then release. Wriggle your jaw. First 2 fingers. Bring them to the back angle of your jaw. Turn the tops of the fingers and just rub up and down. Let the jaw drop. So it'll feel a little tender. You might need to get just under the ear or behind the jaw. And now release. Yeah. So then we'll just do the 2, that's all. So feet hip distance apart or toes together, heels slightly apart, whichever one that feels best. Push your bum back, tuck your bum under. So now your glutes are engaged, core engaged, reach your arms up. That's it. Exhale, folding forwards, straighten the legs, hands to the floor or to the legs. Excuse me, inhale, lift the heart, look up. Bend the knees, place the hands on the floor, come to your plank. Hold here. Tuck your bum under, keep the knees off the floor. Just as you would do with the knees on the floor, lean your body forwards. Bend your elbows, slide your body down. Just come down. So we just remove the knees bit. Excuse me. Tops of the feet, pelvis, hands, press them into the floor. Lift into your cobra. Exhale into downward dog. Now we're coming into our warrior. Inhale, lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. Bend your right knee. Just let the right leg be really heavy. Lift your left heel off the floor. Feel your right knee lift a little higher. Yeah. Now drop your left heel to the floor. Look towards your hands. Bring your right knee into your chest. Right foot lands between your hands. Drop your back heel. Release your hands. Coming into your warrior. Left hip, move it forwards. Right knee, move it forwards. Sit into it. When you're in it, your pubic bone, curl it up into your belly button so that your glute engages. Reach, excuse me, your arms up. That's it. Exhale, folding forward as the hands come to the floor. Spin on your back tippy toe, lean forwards, feel the left hip drop. Lift your right leg back. Come into the full plank here. Tuck your bum under. Lean your body forwards. Slide your body through your arms. Tops of the feet stay on the floor. Pelvis, hands. Inhale, lift into your cobra. Exhale into downward dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up towards the ceiling. And bend your left knee. Let the left foot be really heavy, really relaxed. Come up onto your right tippy toes. Lift your left knee a little higher. Drop your right heel down. Keep the left knee lifting. Feel that stretch more into your left side. Look towards your hands. Bring your left knee into your chest. Plant the left foot towards your hands. Drop your back heel. Brilliant. Sitting into it, right hip forward, left knee forwards. Reach your arms up. Exhale, come forward. As you do, spin on your back tippy toe. Lean your body as far forward as you can. And then lift your left leg back, full plank. Tuck your bum under. If you don't want to do full plank, simply drop your knees. Look forwards, lower down. Inhale into your cobra. Yeah. Exhale into downward dog. Holding here. Hands, check them. Armpits in position. Heels slightly out. Knees moving out. Feel the balance through your body to make this pose easy. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the gaze, look up. Walk your feet towards your hands. Feet together here. Let's try this. Bend your knees. So your knees come forward over your toes. Push your bum back. Reach your arms alongside your ears. Keep the arms alongside the ears. Your head is going to look down. Look up. Sit into it. Exhale. Lovely. Into standing. We're going to do a vinyasa into seated. Okay. So we'll work stronger into the hips. Legs strong. Inhale. Lift. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Look up halfway. Place the hands on the floor. Come to your plank. Hold. Lean forwards. Lower your body down. Inhale into your cobra. Exhale into your downward dog. Drop the knees. Swing the legs around. Come into sitting. Now, we're going to work strongly into the hips and then we'll do the abs, okay? So we'll just do one pose here. Swing the legs around. The lizard pose is a really strong pose for hips because one knee is forward and the other leg is back. So step your right foot towards your right baby toe. Now you can see where my knee is actually further back than my ankle. I'm gonna glue my right shoulder to my right knee and bring it forwards. So my arm and my knee work together. Okay, so your right knee is glued to your right shoulder. Curl your left toes under and wriggle your left knee back. So your right knee and your right shoulder have not moved. Keep the right knee glued. Keep the left toes tucked under. Lift your left knee. Push the heel away, but now, like as if you're in a runner's lunge, press your heart through your arms. Keep the right knee glued to your right shoulder. Feel your left hip push back towards your left heel for 3, 4, 5. Drop your left knee. Just bring it to the floor. Wriggle your right knee out and back. Toes touching, heels slightly apart. Sit into your child's pose. Just let the arms rest. Turn your palms up. Wriggle your fingers, so if there's any tension in the hands, let them release. We're going to do the other side in just a second. So this is basically the same as a downward dog. So this is the third breath. 4, 5. Inhale, lift your head. Turn your palms down, lifting back into your tabletop. Now, shift the weight into your right knee. Bring your left foot to your left baby toe. Now, keep the left knee glued to your left shoulder. Lunge forwards. Curl your right toes under and wriggle your right knee back, but your left knee does not move. Keep the toes tucked under. Lift your knee. Lean your body forwards. Squeeze the left knee into your left arm. Right heel pulls back towards your right heel. So it's strong, breath steady. Yeah. 4, 5. Drop your right knee to the floor. Wriggle your left leg out. Child's pose. Just hold here. Feel the breath into the back of the ribs. Inhale, lift your head, look up. Slowly coming back onto all fours. Swing the legs around and come into sitting. Now, we're going to work with the hip flexors here. So if you have either a bolster or a block, it'll be easier with the block because it's smaller. Bring it inside the legs, and the legs are wide. Now, you can sit on a bolster here if you want to. We're going to make it a little bit more challenging. Okay, now, you have an option. You can use the flat end, see it there, so it's not that high. You can turn it to the long, thin end, which makes it a little bit higher. Or you can use it to the short end, which makes the block higher again. What we're doing is we're not trying to lean back. We're trying to keep our hands on our hips for our body to stay tall. Lift your right leg, carry it over and back. Yeah. So it's just a hip flexor working. So we're crunching into the hip flexor. We'll stretch them in a minute. So using your right leg, lift it. Feel as though it's being pulled in. Your body's tall. Lift. Exhale. Carry it over to meet your left. Feel the abs working. Inhale, lift, release. Okay, now, keeping the hands on the hips. Body's tall. Feel the core engage. Lift your left leg. Carry the left leg over to meet your right. Inhale, lift, release. Okay, so just wriggle the feet. That's all we're going to do on that. It's just to help. Or do you want to go again? Do one more? We'll do one. Yeah, we'll do one more. Just on the left side because you did more on the right. So elbows, again, doesn't matter about the elbows. Just keep your body tall. Core is engaged. Lift your left leg. Carry it over. Inhale, lift, release. Now, just move the bolster, or move the block out of the way. Bend your knees, find your bolster, and pull it over to your side. Now, roll the bolster out. Now, you want to bring the bolsters to the top part of your rib cage and ease it back. Okay, now, bring the hands behind your head, elbows out, and let your head fall back. So your head is being cradled into your hands. So there's no effort into the neck whatsoever. Feel the shoulder blades nestle themselves into the bolster and then lengthen your legs. Now, as your heels are on the floor, feel as though you want to slide your body over the bolster to get your head as close to the floor as you can. So we're stretching, yeah. So you're nearly kind of rolling. So you're using your head to gently press to the floor, even though it's still in your hands. Feel the abs stretch. Feel your body stay molded over the bolster. Breath is steady. Breath is flowing. 4, 5. Pull the elbows in towards your ears. You'll feel the shoulder blades change shape. Now that they're balancing on the top of the bolster, elbows in. Keep the hips, press the hips down into the floor. Relax your jaw, relax your toes. Feel the abs press towards your spine for 3. Head stays heavy in your hands. 4, 5. Now, use your elbows, pull gently your head towards your chest. Feel your back press into the bolster. Release your hands. Bring the hands to the floor or your elbows into the bolster, which I'm going to do, and then lift your body up. Keeping the feet long, press your hands forward. Reach, reach, reach till you can reach your feet. The hands or touch the floor, the hands touch the shins, wherever. Let your heart push forwards and then let your body bend. So now we're working with, because we extended the back doing the back bend, now we're flexing the back doing the forward bend. And then inhale, lifting, coming all the way up. Now, just bring the bolster to you. Actually, just move the bolster out, it's easier. And then let your body lay down onto the floor and bring the bolster behind your knees. Now, we're going to work with the abdominals again. And what are we doing? Okay, sorry. So lengthen the bolster between your legs, actually. So now, widen the knees, bring the bolster between your knees. Feet roughly about hip distance apart, or we're going to go a little deeper, bring them wider. As wide as your mat. Yeah. So just letting the bolster just rest between the thighs and then squeeze your thighs into the bolster. Now, what happens here? Your inner thighs are going to really work strongly here. The back is going to flatten against the floor. Your abdominals drop. So again, there's strong, deep abdominals. It's usually towards the base of the abs, holding the position for your knees. You'll notice that your feet are going to really engage. Relax your feet. Wriggle your toes. You'll notice movement into the abs and your jaw softens. For 4, 5. Now release the effort through the thighs. And then gently lift one leg, carry it over as the bolster folds widthways. Bring your feet onto it. Now we're going to work with the calf muscles. As your feet rest onto the bolster. No effort. Your feet are high. Your feet are high. Your hips are low. Now, using your toes, drop your toes towards the floor as if you're almost rolling the bolster away from you, but you're not quite rolling the bolster. Feel the toes drop. Feel the heels stay on that cushion. Now, the deep quads are working strongly here. Keep the hips pushing into the floor. So that's what's going to create that lightness into the knees. You might feel something going on with the calves because the calves are working as well. 3, 4. Keep the hips pushing. The hips need to stay down. 5. Relax your toes. Push your heels into the bolster. Curl your toes towards your shins. Now, as your heels press down, keep the hips pressing down. We're not going to be here for long because we're just kind of relaxing the toes and wriggle them. Now, keep your feet relaxed naturally onto the bolster. Now, push your feet into the bolster and lift your hips. Wriggle your shoulder blades together behind you. Curl your hip bones in towards your rib cage. So now your glutes are working strongly here to get your hips even higher. Keep the nose and the chin pointing towards the ceiling and notice your glutes engaging. You might notice one more than the other, and that's fine. 3, 4, 5. Open the shoulder blades away from each other. This allows the hips to stay heavy and then ease your spine down. Once the hips touch the floor, let the knees come into the chest. Bring your head towards your knees. Rock either back and forth or side to side. Let that massage your back. And then bring your head to the floor. Widen your knees as wide as your shoulders. And then turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Child's pose, not child's pose, happy baby. News to do with a kid. Now, you can keep the hands onto your calves. Not your calves, your hams, I should say. And then pull the knees towards your shoulders. If you want to hold on to the outer part of the feet, even better. And let the hands pull the knees either side of your body. Yeah. So watch if your hips come off the floor. Keep your hips and your lower back on the floor. Use the energy to widen the knees and pull the knees down. Yeah. So you're just holding on the outer part of the feet. You're not pushing your heels, you're not pushing the toes, you're using the energy through the legs. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, pull the feet away from each other. There's the difference. Yeah, there you go. Feel the difference. 4. Brilliant. 5. Releasing your hands. Bring the knees together. Bring the feet together. Lower your legs down. You'll feel the bolster connect to your backs of the thighs. So now we're going to stretch as the hip flexor, and that'll be the last thing we do. So now push your feet into the floor. Lift your hips. Roll the bolster underneath your hips. Just plunk them down. That's it. Lengthen one leg, whichever leg it is, and turn the foot out. Lengthen the other leg and turn the foot out. Adjust your shoulders so they're relaxed. Feel your hips sink. So we're not tilting the hips in any way. Allow the rib cage to soften. Feel the abs engaging strongly. As the feet turn out, your hip flexors engage. They stretch. Your back relaxes. Glutes soft. Feel your belly swell. And if you're happy to stay here for the relaxation piece, stay here. But we'll stay for another 2 breaths and then adjust where you find more comfort. Five. Now, if you want to change. Just lift the bolster or roll the bolster away from your hips, bring it behind your knees, or stay where you are. And for the next 2 minutes, that's all it is. Allow the eyes to close. And just notice the passive stretch within your body. Notice how your body is resting. When you allow and give yourself the permission of ease, it promotes a strength within your body that you can feel rather than force. So in our practice today, we worked strongly on hips, worked on abs and jaw, and check in on those areas to see how they feel right now. When you're ready, slowly, slowly feel the fingers and toes start to move. Let your head lazily roll against the floor. Just turn it over from one side to feel the stretch on the neck. And then roll over to the other side so you can feel that stretch again on the other. And then turn your head to center, peeling the hands from the surface they're on, lifting them up towards the ceiling. Feel the fingers reach back, feel the toes point. If the bolster is behind your knees, push the knees in. If the bolster is behind your hips, press your hips down. Stretching your body in two different directions, yeah. And now let your body rest. Bending your left knee, slowly rolling over onto your right side. And when you're ready, slowly, slowly lifting your body all the way up to sitting. Everybody okay? Feel good? Yeah. Have joy as always. And namaste. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy.